And once again, I'm back in my room. It's looks like there's something in my nose, but there's not. I guarantee that. Um, but anywho, it is past 10 p.m. on the 20th of December 2017, and I believe that is still, let's see, 90, 91, 92, 94 days of NOFAP and 81 days of hard mode, or aka no PMO. I got through my final today. Wasn't the final itself wasn't so bad. It was just okay. I'm not covering any speakers. Okay, it was it's a combination of the fact that I had so much anxiety and I was just like running over things in my head throughout the night and just couldn't sleep. Combined with the fact that um, let's see, I went running, ran 3 miles in the morning, and got a lot of my anxiety out of my system. But obviously she was there, and I'm just trying to get through the exam and make sure I pass and that sort of thing. Cause well, I've been over this before, but you get 2 shots at each course, in the engineering school, and if you fail the second time, then it's considered not making sufficient progress in the major, and then you're out. And other than just a desire for me having my own future and things of that nature, I honestly I don't want to give these folks a satisfaction that they won out, because obviously that girl created significant distractions for me, a lot of trauma, anxiety, depression, one-itis, all that kind of stuff for me this semester in many ways, um, based off of issues I'm carrying within myself. Obviously, I need to take responsibility for those things, but as far as her actions are concerned, she significantly contributed to all that sort of stuff, and she got her kicks out of it, and I didn't want to give her that one last kick of, hey, he failed his classes because of me and he's out of the program now. Um, I know that, me as a guy, I can't do this whole MRS degree kind of nonsense. I have to, one second. I have to succeed in life. I can't fail at life because I don't have the option of just getting married to someone who has a lot of money and going that way. Have some ginger ale. Um, so I gotta make it myself. And who knows? Maybe I go next semester. I do really well. I gained some serious respect, which I honestly did gain a lot of respect this semester from a lot of folks. They saw me putting in the time and getting results and that sort of thing. But it could change my whole position in the hierarchy, so to speak. And I'm cool with that. I don't think I could ever really go for her at this point. I would want to like have a honest adult to adult conversation about things, because the two options that or two possible conclusions I've come to as far as analyzing the whole situation with her this last academic year leading into the spring semester, was that either A, she was really into me and she lost interest because of my lack of confidence and the fact that I really behaved in a very self-loathing manner. I pushed people away. I burned bridges. I rejected her in a sense. And there was that other guy who was got his false bravado, his braggadocious, arrogant, jag-off mentality, and he was able to play off her insecurities such that he was able to get with her, and he was able to take advantage of the situation I created for myself. Ironically enough, um, either that or she was just leading me on. She was getting her kicks out of it, and then she already kind of had him in mind to begin with. The second option obviously would feel worse to be the truth, because it would mean that all this time she never liked me, and I was just being led on and used, and I was getting myself bent out of shape for nothing, and things of that nature. Um, but best case scenario for me personally would be that I ended up going next semester taking the courses I plan on taking, and going to the next level, essentially finishing up my junior year and then going on to my senior year, and that sort of deal. And somewhere along there, securing an internship. Um, excuse me. I might burp in a moment. I'm not really sure. I've just had some carbonated soda, so Excuse me. Um, but that being said, one little epiphany I had when I was laying in bed, after it, and I was just kind of processing things. I don't want to go back to San Diego. My dad's trying to convince me because he apparently needs to get some stuff done. I mean, his one thing he was planning on doing was going to overseas to visit relatives for a couple of weeks, and his mentality is that someone's got to be there to look after um, my mother and sister, that they can't be on their own for 2 weeks. And it's like that's a whole other can of worms. I can get into that later, but the other more immediate thing is that he apparently like broke a tooth. He has he has issues with his dental health. Basically, his teeth are very weak in some of these areas because of stress, that sort of thing, and he needs to go down into some like dentist um, in Tijuana to basically get that work done because it's a lot cheaper down there. The same quality, or even better quality, but lower price. Um, but obviously, I know if I go down there, it's not going to be me there for a day or two. It's going to be there stuck for the whole dang month. And it's a really tough decision to make. But anywho, I was laying in bed in my futon bed, Japanese style futon bed. I really like it, but I was laying there thinking about stuff, and I'm still processing a lot of things that happened this semester. But one thing that I came to the conclusion was, and this kind of has to do with the whole, bad girls, bad boys, people being, good girls going after bad boys, or girls just in general going after bad boys, or guys going after bad girls, that sort of thing. And I realized that, and this is something that, like, I think I've touched on before, but it's kind of like, just because I kind of intellectually know it doesn't really make, things change overnight. But I realized that so much of it has to do with my relationship with my mother. Why I would seek after a girl, like this other girl, who, like in a high likelihood, I don't know what exact percentage, I don't know if it's necessarily the majority percentage, but significant likelihood, will never reciprocate my feelings for her, will never be my girlfriend, much less fiance, much less wife. Um, and even if she would, I would also have this feeling of like trying to seek her approval, bringing stuff before her, trying to show aspects of myself and be like, oh, this makes me cool, this makes me attractive, here's why you should like me, here's why you should, date me, be my girlfriend, all that kind of stuff. And it's going back to my relationship with my mother, because I've had that experience repeatedly of trying to like show her stuff that I'm into, or I'm working on, or I'm doing, or I'm studying, or what have you, with the hope that she would approve of it and be like, hey, I approve of you, I'm proud of you. And in many ways, that's not really how it's supposed to be with your mother. People will say, I think, I'm not sure exactly who I heard this from, but it's kind of like motherly love is supposed to be unconditional, and fatherly love is supposed to be conditional. It's kind of like you go and you try to make your father proud, and then he loves you in return. Whereas with your mother, because the connection through the womb and being, gestated for 9 months, and then her, bringing you into this world, is supposed to be unconditional. But with my mother, it's been quite the opposite, and I see myself repeating this kind of female approval-seeking behavior with so many girls, and it's just really ironic and frustrating and depressing in a lot of ways, because the girl I've been with for 3.5 years, I asked her today, and it was like one of my really low points where I was really weak and vulnerable. But I asked her straight up, like, why do you love me? And part of me, obviously, my subconscious part of me wants to push her away and cause a permanent breakup and things of that nature. In fact, I did end up deleting my Facebook account for like I don't know, an hour or something like that, and then reactivated it. But I asked her that question, and she just said, "I love you because I love you." And then she kind of put ha ha ha, she's giggling a bit, but you know, and she asked me like, "Why did you ask that?" And I just said, I just wondered, I didn't want to tell her why, but it's like my rational side, my rational aspect tells me, find a girl who loves you for you, who doesn't expect you to like do things for her in order for her to love you. Buy me this, um, have sex with me this way, or you know, um, give me social status because you're, I don't know, a doctor or whatever, an engineer, and you make lots of money, have a nice job title, or, you know, you're a part of the racial or ethnic group that, you know, holds the highest social status, so therefore I date you, therefore I have that status, you know, from you, and therefore I'll love you because of those things, you know. My rational side, you know, I examine my parents' relationship, I examine so many other relationships I've seen, you know, even one or two I've been in, you know, and I tell myself, you know, rationally speaking, find a girl who loves you for you, who shares your faith, your morals, your ethics, your lifestyle, the kind of girl who, you know, soon as she gets married to you, will pray with you in the morning, you know, afternoon, late afternoon, evening, night, you know, 5 prayers a day, you know, will pray with you, will rise with you to remember God, you know, and teach your children about that and raise them up in a nurturing manner, you know, and care for them and love them. And she cares for you and loves you. And it's like, I've in many ways found that kind of girl, but there's this aspect of me that just wants to push that girl away because, like I feel like I don't deserve it. I don't deserve her. She's too good for me. You know, she loves me for me, and I'm looking at myself in the mirror, especially when, like, I deal with rejections from other girls over the years. You know, I've dealt with that. And I've dealt with, you know, being, in a sense, rejected by my mother, rejected by my sister. I mean, it was one time I tried to cheer up my sister who was in one of her depressive moods. I showed her some, like, BuzzFeed video, and it was supposed to be humorous. If you kind of got the humor, it's kind of read between the lines humor. But she looked at it and thought it was misogynistic or offensive or something. Supposedly. I don't really know if that exactly is how she truly felt. But she basically indicated that, told me that, oh, because I showed her that video, because I watched that kind of a video, no one would ever love me. Like, she literally said that to me, and it stuck with me. And the irony is, like, my family has tried to sabotage and destroy this relationship I had with this girl from the get-go. And this girl, who I've called my girlfriend for so long, she's truly loved me. You know, and I look at these photos of our first trip before I ever met the other girl, and it's just like I get so sad because I'm just like, I want that happiness again. Even from the last trip I went, there was the moments where it was just like, I just felt awkward and weird to see myself smiling, like truly, genuinely smiling, like being so friggin' happy because I'm with her. And she's with me and she's smiling and we're just happy. And I just really felt like I don't deserve to be happy. And what am I doing with her, you know? She stuck with me for 3.5 years. So much of it based off promises and potential. She waited to see me for 2 years. She didn't leave me for some other guy. You know, somehow it's like this part of me wants to keep chasing after her, trying to get with this other girl. Not just this girl in particular, but just, you know, her representing something that, you know, the unattainable. Because if I get that girl, it's bragging rights and I have status and I've got the quote-unquote hot girlfriend in the group and, you know, I would fit in, I would feel like I belonged. I wouldn't feel like a stranger in a strange land, you know, a weirdo hanging on to a group that he's not really a part of and things of that nature. And it's a real struggle, and it's been the biggest struggle this semester, to be honest with you. NOFAP, you know, has forced me to face it, and it's been an aspect of it, definitely. And I feel that I've done a heck of a lot better this semester because I've been at NOFAP, and it's forced me to, you know, ask myself what are my priorities. What should I be doing? What should I be using my time for? And really seeing things, you know, and I hope the proper perspective. But that's just something I've been musing over, and I know I'm probably running out of time on this camera phone because it's 14 minutes now. Over 14, excuse me. But I'm gonna make some more videos. I have a lot of thoughts boiling in my head because it's just like, you know, if I was recording on my camera right now, which I probably should be, I wouldn't be having to worry about time constraints. But I do want to respond to some comments probably in another video. But you know, that's what I'm feeling right now, and it's tough because I feel like I've gotten, you know, predominantly speaking, the results I want to academically, but it feels really hollow in a lot of ways. It feels like the relationship's on its last legs, and if it fails, I don't have anything to show for it. You know, it's gonna be one of those guys just hanging around there, and the girl knows I liked her, and she doesn't respect me, and she is gonna use that if she can, to get her kicks. But anywho, folks, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. It really helps a lot. Dark Magician, Patrick, Alex, XY. Really appreciate it. Giza, 24/7, etc., etc. Really appreciate the support, folks. I'll see you around. Bye.